You have noted the continued deterioration of the living conditions of the people of Kenya. At no time in our recent history have our people lived through so much hunger, desperation, frustration, and anger, while the government focuses on politics of survival and revenge. Drought and famine are ravaging people and livestock across the country. Even our treasured wildlife are dying in their hundreds. The prices of goods are at an all-time high. People are crying for basics like water, food, and medicine. Pastoralists are asking for hay. They want their dying livestock to be purchased by the government so that they don't lose everything to drought. But Kenya Kwanza is neither listening nor getting it. More importantly, children are dropping out of school or failing to take up places in Form 1 because of school fees. We know no time in our recent history when there have been so many reports of qualified candidates appealing for help with fees or failing to take up their places in Form 1. By the regime's own admission, up to 30% of pupils have failed to take up their places in Form 1. That is a monumental failure of the government. That is a monumental national shame. Yet the monies that went into subsidizing secondary education and the cost of basic commodities were withdrawn by the Kenya Kwanza regime and are being channeled at buying political support and killing democracy in the country. It has never happened to this country in recent years. The rule of law and constitutionalism are under serious threat. We have seen the military being deployed in the north without the authority of parliament as prescribed in our constitution. Our constitution is clear that nobody can deploy the military without the express authority of parliament. That deployment, taken together with the crackdown on real and imaginary enemies of the regime, including former officials of the Jubilee government, like Dr. Fred Matiang'i, should be of concern to every Kenyan. We are courting disaster. We are feeding a monster from which, in due course, no one will be safe, not even those currently cheering it. We are witnessing an extremely dangerous trend where investigators and prosecutors have merged in our country. When investigators and prosecutors merge, Kenyans should be very afraid because there can never be justice under such circumstances. We are calling out the Director of Public Prosecutions. Mr. Nurdin Haji's conduct is unbecoming. He has become a huge threat to justice, the rule of law, accountability, and good governance in the country. Haji must shape up or be shipped out. We have noted that despite our counsel, the Kenya Kwanza regime is hell-bent on proceeding to unilaterally and single-handedly reconstitute the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission. This comes against the backdrop of the earlier illegal forcing out of 4 commissioners who disagreed with Mr. Fuller Chebukati over the presidential election results. A biased and partisan IEBC is being put in place. Kenyans know what such a commission has done to this country before. Once again, we are courting disaster. Kenyans wake up. As a party, we remain unbowed. We refuse to be intimidated. We will not succumb to blackmail. The threat to our democracy, the regime's don't care attitude to suffering of our people, the attacks on the rule of law and constitutionalism, and the push to silence critical voices at a time the country needs them are our reason to push back. To this end, our people's barazas shall continue. We confirm that we will hold baraza in Kisii tomorrow.